internet is having an issue. Try and proceed so that I can hear it on this side.
Okay, are you getting me?
Your network is having a problem, so that's another issue. Aching, you can proceed.
Hi, Milton. I'll be short and thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I have one point, but I just want to corroborate what Daktari has said. Tangu Ruto ingie kwa kiti, biashara imekuwa ngumu. Personally, I'm an entrepreneur, niko na duka hapo Moi Avenue. Clearing has become problematic. Logistics companies are closing down. They can't afford the taxes they're paying. They're being asked for. We can't afford also to pay what they're asking for, and then to bado tununue mizigo, dollar rate, rent, as in things are just becoming too thick. Number two, Marge spoke and she said, Ati, when we say Ruto must go, it's like we're fronting Gachagua. No, I just want to corroborate her. I don't think when we say Ruto must go, we mean that Gachagua should remain. When Ruto must go, anaenda na Gachagua yake, and if we feel competent enough in the speaker to hold the election, sure. But what people don't know, the government is made up of three arms: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Our CJ is a president, by the way. I'll just leave it out there. And what's my point of the day? There are these abductions and everything. My mom actually told me to bring this out to you guys. Mkiona wenzenyu anabebwa wako na plain clothes, let's rally together and stop that. You know, if you have 10 people and 2 people are trying to abduct somebody, we can clearly overpower them, and you know, you ask, why are you taking somebody? But if people are being abducted and tunaangalia, tuna watch and tuna record and then we put it to Twitter, it's more detrimental. If tunaweza kuwa na hiyo spirit ya sisi kwa sisi, ukiona mtu amekujiwa pia nyi mnakujia, mnatetea mtu wenyu, the power of the numbers. That's all I just want to say. Don't see somebody being abducted and you just watch. Let's move in groups and let's turn out in big numbers. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much, Aching. And guys, let's not leave anyone behind. Whenever we get a chance, when someone is being taken away, let's shout. I saw someone being abducted in town and people were shouting. They threw the car with stones and the guy was left. Yeah? The only people who should be abducted are terrorists. We are not terrorists. This country belongs to us. Hii nchi ni yetu. We are the shareholders. Leave alone the Gachagwa's stupid speeches. Fuck him. Honorable Wilson, go ahead.
Milton, can I just interject 1 minute? And guys, historically, this is what helped South Africa. South Africa, when people were being taken away, the only thing that helped them in their movement is they stood for each other. If you see somebody being abducted, if you see somebody being beaten, you come up and you stand up with that person because we are together in this. Ukiacha mtu watatuua, watatucremate. The cremation thing is also it's also a thing. Let's not dispute rumors without facts. Okay, that's all.
Exactly. Before Wilson proceeds, I wanted to say this, or I want to say this. You guys, if you stop this, these guys will start picking you one by one. They'll kill all of you. Yeah, that is it. Proceed, Wilson.
Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much, Nyakundi, and everyone that is in this platform. I'm kind of pissed off. I want to start by, for example, what happened the other day on Thursday. There's this gentleman who was running against the police. Police was going the other direction. He was going the other direction. Then the gentleman was shot at the head. I don't know whether it was the tear gas canister or the live bullet. And other protesters were just passing by. They were like assuming that's very, very wrong. That's very, very bad. Let's be our brother's keeper when we are out there on the streets. Let's make sure always at all cost we are brother's keeper. For example, you see somebody, you can easily notice that this is a suspicious person, meaning is a police officer in a plain cloth. These people, you should do away with them. If we are not with them, then they should not be with us. Because whatever we are doing, we are not only doing it for ourselves, but for the entire nation. Now, we have those who always thinking about their stomach. A good example is somebody called John Baddy. In a time like this, people should come together for the betterment of the nation. But if you hear how this very crook guy speaking, he's not thinking about himself. He's not thinking about the Kenya we live in. He's not thinking about anybody, but he's thinking about only something called stupidity. Because there's at times we put all our differences together to work towards the achievement of our good will of the nation. The guy just wants for his stomach. Why? Why? My friend, if you know what is right, if you don't act, they'll give you something that is wrong, and that thing will oppress you. For the first time in the history, we are having a very, very important and comprehensive issues that we are settling as a nation, as a country, especially what is coming forth tomorrow. Jkia is the best place to attack, and we are not attacking. We are taking over. Taking over, meaning you are taking back what is rightfully belongs to you, not what belongs to them. What belongs to you. We gave the presidency an opportunity to lead this nation, but it seems that the presidency, not leave alone Ruto might also be under pressure that he may not be able to control. It's the presidency that we are talking about. The presidency, we are talking about the Kachagwa, the Nance, and all those takataka. Because they have been overwhelmed. They don't know what to do it, how to do it, because if these are the people that even if you sit with them, you give them the advice, the moment you leave, that thing dismisses. It sublimes to appear somewhere else, you see? Meaning you can never help them. I've seen these people, we've sat together, we've given different ideas, but they don't reenact on them. Or the JKI once again. For those who are coming from Olongo, Kitegel, and all those areas, you have a better chance because you not only need to come through the JKA gates, no, you come through the Syokimau, the Katani area, you can spill like rain. For those who are coming from Kayole, or Embakasi, the entire, how do we call it, Kasarani, you don't need to go all the way. You can just peel it. You'll go because you have that power. You'll go. For those who are coming, my brethren, from Pipeline, and those who are coming from Tao and all those areas, my friend, you don't need any gate. It's you to make that gate. If you don't make that gate, no one will come and make for you that gate. My brethren, let's be our brother's keeper and do what somebody somewhere will always live to regret. That I knew because I got an opportunity to rectify this, but I did not. There's something called procrastination. Is a thief of time. Let that not be our case. Our case is totally different. We are the young generation, and it's upon the young generation to take control over this nation. My friend, don't be this. My friend, if you know what is rightfully yours, you don't beg. For example, my boys have never come and beg for me for anything. They command. Then why do you want to beg? You don't need to beg. Say what is rightfully yours is yours. I know a good number of my guys here. Some of them are presidential advisors, some of them in the presidency. On my friend, you are the main problem of this nation because you are always like, thank you, sir, or affirmative, sir, thank you, sir, affirmative, sir. My friend, have that mouth to say no when it is no, and say yes when it is yes. Why do you have to say no when you know it's yes? Then why do you have to say yes when it is no? You are killing yourself and your generation, and you'll live to regret this day. So kindly, please, guys, you know what you want. I don't know what you
Thank you
want,
so much.
but I know what you
Thank you
want.
so much, Brother
Thank you
Wilson.
so much, Milton, and everyone. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Let's meet tomorrow.
Ekoroi blog.
Thank you very much, Nyakundi, for organizing this space. This is a Koroi blog. Also, thank you, Milton, too, for agreeing to co-host this. You're doing very important thing for the nation. I'm going to talk about why tomorrow is important, and I'm going to talk about this from the lens of public sector impunity that has emboldened corruption in the private sector that has pressed use for too long. Take, for example, man will be to address a common enemy, and I think this is the time, tomorrow is the time that youth, I've been told always that they can create jobs, they can be entrepreneurs. Yet there are so many blocks, there are so many roadblocks that are put on their path towards achieving this. But I want just to target one company, the company that you know that actually also try to stifle your protest and our protest and our liberation. This is Safaricom, the rogue telco. I hope and strongly believe we will be successful in our effort to rid ourselves of corruption, Kenya politicians, and in turn also clean the private sector. Why do I say this? Like about 2015, Safaricom actually launched a Zindua portal, ostensibly to get creative tech ideas from the youth, promising them partnerships. However, we fast forward to 2020, things had gone south, and as it emerged that Safaricom had stolen all the good intellectual properties. And what is intellectual property? This actually, according to the WIPO website, it says that these are creation of the mind, such as invention, literary and artistic work, design and symbols, names and images used in the commerce. So an intellectual property is supposed to earn you something. But then Safaricom, having reached intellectual or creative monopoles, just launched in 2015 as Zindua portal, where people were supposed to send their creative ideas, but then when they sent, it was stolen. But I don't say that all the creative ideas are actually intellectual property. I just narrowed to around 3 that were actually big, and they were done by the youth, and they would have created a lot of jobs for the youth in this country. But Safaricom, as a stifler of innovation in this country, has continued to also threaten this youth. I have evidence of also being threatened for talking about this, and this today is where I'm actually even talking about publicly. One of the most promising intellectual property was by this guy known as Anyona Obutu. Actually went to Safaricom and actually made the one that actually
Roy,
now you have where, yes.
oh, proceed. You are having a network hit, but proceed.
Sorry, I'll move. So
Conclude,
for me,
please. I want other people to talk.
yeah, I'm concluding. So maybe I'll make it short. So Safaricom stole some very good intellectual property, like for this one that you now have, that somebody cannot register a number with your ID, and it will bring a alert on your phone that is on, and then you'll refuse or agree. So this was something that was done by Anyona Obutu, and then after about 8 months of having presented to Safaricom, we then launched it. But after Anyona went to complain, there was a DCI poster, wanted by DCI poster, that was created for him, a fake one actually. So you see, Safaricom stifling innovation from the youth, stealing them, that was just one. And then threatening him actually with a wanted by DCI poster that was fake. I'll talk about that much, but I was also threatened for exposing these things on the blog. And the other one is there was this M-Pesa iTab. It was also stolen. M-Shwari, if you go back, it was also stolen. There are many more that have been covered on that blog. So when the youth actually go out tomorrow, you're not going actually to fight only government impunity. It's the government impunity that has emboldened the Safaricom and the other private sector. Actually, Safaricom, Kenya Bankers, Equity Cooperative, all these guys, they have blood on their hands. They stifle innovation. Youth lack job. Then they stand in forums and say, you can be entrepreneurs, and yet they put roadblocks, and then they threaten us with police, and then they track us, and then they kidnap us and kill us. Shame on them. We want a good country. So tomorrow, go out and protest to have your country back. If you kill the public sector impunity, the private sector will actually align and actually do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Simply fuck Safaricom. They are avoiding a lot of. So let's go to Leroy. Leroy, you've been here for a while. Speak, guys. Let's at least keep time. Hii si kama zile zingine wenye watu wengine ndo wanaongea. I want people to talk, so many people. So 2 minutes unajitoa, panga point zako before nikupee time. Ndio usianze I think, I want, Leroy, proceed.
Thank you, Milton. Thank you, Cyprian, as well for hosting this space. First of all, condolences to our fallen comrades, to their families, their loved ones. You know, we won't forget them at the end of this. For me, I think it's good to first of all say that I'm a millennial, and I feel like the millennials have really let the Gen Zs down, especially when it comes to this particular protest. I think there's so much that we can do in terms of support. And also maybe for those millennials who are corporates, I think most people fear that they might be victimized in one way or another, even end up losing their jobs. But I'm hoping that that's, that we can see Gen Zs are losing their lives, losing your jobs over speaking up when it comes to a government that has failed us should be top of the priority. And even the different corporates should be able to embrace, because we are speaking up. They have different speak up policies, and yet this is the ultimate one when it comes to calling out our government. So for me, I think millennials, especially those ones who are in corporate, please kindly ensure that people are able to participate in this protest in one way or another, even if it's just encouraging them to walk out and to join the people on the streets. So for me, those are just my points, and viva, and I hope we see a better Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leroy, for keeping time. I wish everyone could do this. Edwin, speak no more than 2 minutes, brother, please.
Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Cyprian, for giving me this a chance to just give a quick rejoinder to Ruto. And I want to call all of us to join on this struggle, because this is our time to liberate this nation. Ruto thinks that he has given us a lot of time, but we also think that we have given him a lot of time. Out of this, he has just wasted our time. He has just remained arrogant and is calling in for violence, and which we will show him tomorrow. We want to dance the last tune now, so that he can know that the people really have power. We will bring everything to stand still tomorrow. Our roads, everything, like hata hizo biashara zisifunguliwe. We want just to show this man like he's just a man like any other. Equally, we have other men who can lead better than him. We will show him this tomorrow. And I call all of you, don't give up. Let us show up in numbers. Let us call off this government. Let them go home, because we don't have time for them. They have wasted us. They have stolen from us. And we cannot wait to take back what they have taken from us. We send them home, and then we start taking out what they have taken from us. So therefore, let us all join together. Let us fight for this. Let us fight for a better future. From tomorrow, I believe we shall now start seeing the fruits of our independence, where we have quality education, we'll have those better doctors attending to us, we have those better roads. I mean, all these things we have been denied. Like we are being told, like there is not enough to give us all these things, and we feel that this government has taken more than enough from us, so that we can enjoy those things. Like they are taking more, they are stealing from us, and then they cannot provide even any essential service to us. Then again, they are the people turning arrogant to us. Haitakuwa the same. Haitakuwa the same. Let me just wait for tomorrow. I don't know what I will do.
Thank you so much, Edwin.
Yeah, let me wait tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Edwin. I go to Isaiah. Isaiah, if you're ready to speak, go ahead. I think he's not ready to speak. Terminator, go ahead.
Ni aje wasee, ni step hapa but natumia hiyo jina Terminator pia. Mimi naongea from Kayole karibu na Miango. kwa hiyo river inakuwaga na huko chini, nafanya job ya garbage collection. Na huyu msenge Ruto tulimkampenia asubuhi, mchana na usiku time ya campaign. Wakatu promise wagon. Kwa wenye hawajui wagon ni mikokoteni hizi za chuma hizi. Wakatu promise hadi wa leo hatujaiona kitu. So kuna venye tunashuku kuna corruption kaliingililia hapa katikati tujapata wagon zetu. So si huku chini huku down hivi wase wamejam, wase wako na tension, wase wameamua kesho ni maandamano, tumejikusanya. Kuna wase wako na ndudhi, kuna wase watatembea hadi huko, unajua huku Kayole Mihango na huko si mbali na Jkia si mbali. So wase wameamua kesho mtokee maandamano, msiogope. Kama mtu wako area anaogopa, ani inbox tunaweza organize, tumejikusanya na union yetu ya wase wa garbage. Kesho tunafika maandamano. Ruto must go and the time is now. Vijana tumeamua, kama mimi ni millennial, ex Gen Z, but niko na mbogi yangu ama Gen Z pia huku, wanajua kenye kinaendelea, wamepata story ya minerals, wase wamejaa mbaya sana. So nafikiri hii ni awakening, hakuna mtu anafaa kuachwa nyuma. Juu ni future ya toi wetu, hii ni future yetu, na tuelezee pia maparo zetu home wajue kenye kinaendelea Kenya. Hii political class wametubeba ufala for long, na inafaa wajue tumeamka na tumefunguka macho. Na kesho please usibaki nyuma. Kama wewe ni kijana, kama unajali kuhusu Kenya, please tokea maandamano. Mimi sina mengi, ni hayo tu. Thanks mazee for this chance. Haikuwagi rahisi kupatiwa mic kwa space, but nashukuru sana.
You're welcome Terminator. Hapa hakuna ubaguzi yoyote. You're welcome any day. Let's go to Elvis Tom. Speak. If you can't get us clearly, Eric Kahiga or Kahindi, speak. Elvis, not Elvis, I mean Eric. Can you speak? I'm not able to hear you. Eric, I think your side has a problem, so I'll give you time later on. Jakadem, speak. I don't know. Sylvia, you can speak.
I think I'm audible. Okay, I just want to talk to Kenyans. We need to know that the world is shaking because of us. We are shaking the world, and all the eyes of the world are looking at us. And one thing I'm sure is we're going to deliver tomorrow. We also need to understand that the West is trembling because we are the one who are making them the way they are today because of our resources. And they're trying their best to stop us tomorrow, but it's not possible for them to stop us. I know that. We need to also understand that revolution is coming to Africa and it had to start in Kenya. So I can promise this, that to overcome, you will see how Africa is going to kila mtu ataenda pick up to chase these politicians away. It will go to Nigeria, Tanzania, and all other places. Another thing is kama mlikuwa mmesikia jana Amerix Eric Omondi akiongea hapo kwa Amerix, kwa space ya Amerix, akisema we have a lot to do, and it is true. We need to scrub the 47 counties. Cyprian and Milton, tukimaliza history ya kesho ya Jkia, we need to come back again and fix the nation the way we want it. Yani tukuje tutengeneze Kenya yenye sisi tunataka. Tunataka hiyo story ya 47 counties ishukishwe to 8 counties. Ndio hao magovernors washukishwe, masisi waende, women rep waende, hao wote waende. Pia ningependa tu kuomba people in diaspora like me, I wish that you can give us a platform whereby we can support you guys financially. Why do I say this? It is because we need numbers. Kesho kama tunaenda Jkia, we need numbers. Kama tutaenda next time to anywhere that we'll be planning to go, we need numbers. And we need to fetch those people from Eldoret, those people from Bomet, those people from Narok to come to Nairobi. We are ready to find you guys to make this thing happen. So you need to create a platform for us people in diaspora who are not there, who are not like when you hatuwezi make it physically. Another thing is about economic empowerment. Inasemekananga msee akitoka ndiye anajuanga what really happens in the world. Personally, nilikuwa nashanganga, why is it that the West are able, why are they able to employ a lot of people na wanasema hakuna labor? One, it is because hawa kuna kitu tunaita minimum wage payment. In Kenya yenye tunataka saa hizi, because we want to come back, every day we face racism huku hivi. Not that we are very happy to be in America or anywhere else, we need to come home. Tutakujaje home tukiempower the private sectors, because I wonder the other day people in America doesn't want to work in government, they need to work in private sectors. Kenya mtu ana prefer ku work in county asifanye private sector, na kwa sababu private sector wamepewa like hawana policies, hakuna policy ya private sector, so they pay you the way they want. We need to have a minimum wage payment in Kenya. And how is in kama ni shilingi 8 kwa per hour, we need that in Kenya. So I think let me stop there to give others to
Thank you
speak.
so much, Cynthia Nay. Thank you so much. Eric Kahindi, I don't know if your mic is okay. If it's not okay, I can drop and then bring another person. I think Eric's mic is not working. Let's go to Eric Moore. I don't know. Eric Mokaya. Mokaya, proceed.
Okay, asante sana kwa mic. Sijui kama inasikika vizuri.
Go ahead. If there's a problem, I'll always say.
Mimi ile kitu yenye naweza sema, kuna kitu moja yenye sisi kama millennial na machensia tufanyi, hatujaongelesha wazazi wetu vizuri ushago. Juu ukiangalia kwa TV, wale mapolitician wenye walivoti yes, wengi wao ndio unaona wanaenda kupeana mamia huko nyumbani, na hao wazazi wetu wanawakaribisha vizuri sana. So ile kitu mimi naweza request tuongee na wazazi wetu, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si wazuri. Hata kama wanakuja na hizo 100, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si watu wazuri sana, ati wawakaribishe hivyo. Wacha kesho tutokelezea. Hii ndio chance tuko nayo, sidhani kama tutapata chance nyingine. Shukran sana kwa mic.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing. Let Grace talk. Grace, go ahead. 2 minutes, and then I drop. Grace, I don't know, it's called Grace Olwande. Grace Olwande, can you talk? I'm trying to do some gender balancing.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Yes, I had some points to put across. Number 1, our mission is unity. So we have to stand united for us to win this fight. And the main agenda is Ruto must go. So even me tomorrow, I'm there at the Jkia. And let us stand together. We should avoid something called tribalism in this for us to win. That is number 1. Number 2, I see the political class is against the people. Even today, I listened to Esther Pasari speak on a national television, and it's still clear that the political class is trying to defend themselves, and they are not ready to apologize to Kenyans whom they have hurt so much. So we are saying it is us, we the people, versus the political class, and we have to win this war at all cost. Number 3, last and not least, I saw the PS saying that our national IDs are going to expire after 10 years. So they want to tell us that after 10 years you stop being a Kenyan, which I think this is another way to oppress voting. And I know they are going also to put charges that common Mananchi will not even afford to renew an ID. So these are the kind of impunities we have to fight, and we have to fight by all cost, because there is no way somebody can deny you to a right of being a citizen of Kenya. So for me, I know the president is in a panic mood. And even when I listened to him speak yesterday, I could see that he's panicking, but he's just pretending to show that he's a soldier, he's strong, and he's ready to face us. The truth that is that he's not ready. So let us just focus on the main cause, and the agenda is Ruto must go viva. Personally, I'll carry my blanket.
Thank you so much. You will carry your blanket and see you there. Thank you so much, Grace. Let me bring the next person, Tekta. Yeah, Tekta, proceed.
Hello, guys. Cyprian, Milton, and my fellow criminals. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think this is the third time now naongea kwa spaces. And naanzanga kwa kusema, I am so mad, I'm so raged about this government. Nikipewa chance naweza ongea mate ishe kwa mdomo. Even 1 week will not be enough to express my anger. So, guys, earlier speakers wameongea a lot, and nikiongea sana, it's like I'm just I'll be repeating the points that have already been put across. Mine is just encouragement for tomorrow. We have a very big day with Destiny tomorrow. Now, one of my favorite books about political literature, by the way, is written by one man called Eric Arthur Blair, or some other people know him as George Orwell, I should say. And the Animal Farm, guys, allow me to read the last paragraph of the Animal Farm. It says the creatures outside looked from pig to man. I'm reading. And from man to pig. And from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. I'll break this down into simple terms. The creatures outside, this is as the ordinary citizens, looked from pig to man. The man, I'll compare to the current government, Ruto, whom we thought is man enough, promised us everything, promised us heaven, promised the youth jobs, promised the youth good governance, and then did not keep his promises. And then the pig is the other political divide, the so-called Raila's opposition, Kalonzo, and the rest. So there is no difference. We are the creatures. We are looking from Raila to Kalonzo to Ruto, and we can't tell the difference. We can't tell. It is impossible to say which is which. What am I trying to say here? We are on our own. The political class, the political elite, they have ganged up against the oppressed. It is our fight. Now, guys, it is just my wish that...
Summarize, Tekta. Summarize. I want other people to talk, please. Summarize.
Sorry. A moment. So, I wish to reiterate that let's treat every protest day as a day with destiny, a destiny that will determine the future of our children, grandchildren, and generations to come. And point number 2, myself, I don't live in Nairobi. I'm in diaspora. I live in Toronto. We have different strengths and capabilities in this movement. Now, specifically to the people in diaspora, like myself, na nimesikia the earlier speaker amesema, I think because we are not on ground, let's support our brothers and sisters back in Nairobi, back in Kenya. Let's support them financially because these are people wamejitolea and they are in direct line of fire. So the only support we can give them, let's push hashtags online, let's contribute financially. And the last one, by the way, just kabla niongea hapa hivi nilikuwa nasikiza, the whole world is looking at us. By the way, Uganda just started their own movement, and as right now they are also discussing about occupying parliament tomorrow. Please, this is our chance. We have a chance to fight for our destiny. Viva Ruto must go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Tector. Thank you so much, Tector. Let me give this chance to single, are you called single target? Single target, proceed. 2 minutes. Actually, naisabu 2 minutes, then I drop. Mr. McAntony, you can proceed. Single, ni kama ako junior ingine. Mr. McAntony,
Thank you so much.
proceed.
Thank you so much. This is my first time speaking in a space, and I appreciate the opportunity. I only have a few points I want to reiterate because the previous speakers have highlighted a majority of them. So one, in regards to the topic of this space, the way forward, I'm going to use some words that were shared with me by a very senior citizen. He told me that we don't need to drop the ball in the middle. We need to go all the way. If we go all the way and we lose, we'll have learned, and also the people in power will have learned that there is power in the people, and the people will always come for what is theirs. If we win, and this one I'm sure we are going to win, then this will be a lesson even worldwide, because as you've said, everybody in the world is watching. And then now my second bit is we've lost value of our currency, the Kenyan shilling. This is my last bit, and it really bites me so deep because like today we are being told of flowers being bought at 25 million. When we look at the amount of money that has been raised through the mchanga that Hanifa is managing, we are talking about 30 million, and she's saying that barely even, I think 20 million has barely been used. And this has taken care of the guys who have been shot by police to ensure that they've been buried the way they're supposed to be done. And then also bills have been paid upwards of even 900,000, and not even 20 million of this have been used. So we also need to drain the current regime of the politicians that we have. The whole generation just goes so that we also get the value of our taxes that we are paying. And I think that is my 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Milton.
Thank you so much. At least you've kept time. Let me give this person just thinking KE talk.
Thank you so much, Milton, for this opportunity, and Cyprian for creating a platform for us to air our grievances and views. So I'd like to touch on what we are suffering from as a country. We are suffering from this thing called scammers. And these people are what we elected in this government when you're not serve saizi. So for example, I'd like to touch on the CDF in our constituencies. You know, these things are supposed to be in the public. So we have a website yenye inatuonyesha what these things happen. For example, in our constituencies, we have disbursements zenye zimekuwa zikipeanwa since the last general election. Na hapa hivi ndo tutaenda kupigana na our MPs because we just about less than a month and we are able to start recalling them. So for example, in our constituency, na si moja peke yake. Last proposed project ilikuwa 2021, ilikuwa financial year 2021-2022, and that was in April. And that happened in April 2023. And another one happened in August 2021. That is the last proposed project zenye zimekuwa completed. Now, tell me why kuna difference ya projects zenye zina happen kwa constituency na pesa zenye zinapeanwa kwa hizi constituencies. For example, the last disbursement yenye ilifanywa is as recent as July this year, and yet hakuna any dalili ya kuonyesha malio pesa inaenda, and that's why hao watu hawaoni why this generation imekasirika. Like hatuhitaji dialogue ndio hata hao wenyewe waone that it happen, na kwa nini.
I think your network is having a problem, Polak.
In our constituency tushapewa around 175 million for the year 2023-2024. That year is already gone, but hakuna project yoyote yenye inaonekana kwa constituency yetu. So kesho tuko holiday, na hii holiday tunaitumia kwa kwenda kuoccupy Jkia. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just thinking, let me give this chance to a lady. Polite Star, go ahead, and then like you guys summarize this thing. Huh? If she's not ready to talk, Kevin Okemwa, you can talk. If Kevin isn't able to hear me well, this guy by the name Kuria, you've been really on the request section. Kuria Kiringu, talk.
Yeah, thanks, host, and other listeners for having me. And to the silent soldiers, you shall not be forgotten. I'll continue. The beauty of the threats and of the reappointment has reinforced of who the convincing liar he is, and he has always been. There were people who are falling for this trick again and trying to convince our parents of how listening is, but I'm glad that people can see through that. There's one thing that people in all these spaces haven't really spoken about. Just quickly, just summarize that. So after we take back our country, there's some people in terms of, I want to go into the low-lying fruits that to the self-sustainability that you can actually have. As a country, we consider ourselves really as an agricultural country, but this is one sector that has a massive opportunity for self-employment. On a personal level, I've been involved in this as a farmer and irrigation engineer, so understand all the pains and all the possible solutions. My solution can be quick gain, but really need some vigor and effort, the same way the government pushed the housing levy. So in terms of the pains, we all understand in terms of the cost when it comes to the use of fertilizers and the market cost and other dynamics. But I, being a water engineer, I'll just get into this. So as a start, one thing that we need to convince ourselves is we need to get ourselves away from rain-fed agriculture, because that's a problem that we're really having. So I've been involved in a couple of projects. And one of the things that I got into was just really trying to convince people that they need to get into high-value crop. So what I'm saying is you cannot actually be growing potatoes and maize, because definitely that's problematic. So once we agree that, then the other thing that we agree on is that water is not for free. So on average, it costs about 200 per week to irrigate, say, probably like 1 acre of land. So once you get it that, then you can actually now get into the whole thing of high-value crop. And to that, I also don't believe in perpetuation, because actually that doesn't work. So what am I talking about? I know most people won't agree with this, but I'll just pose a question. is like, why is tea competitive worldwide? Why is avocado competitive? Why is especially competitive? But in the same breath, why is maize uncompetitive and why is sugar uncompetitive and so forth and so on? So this, I'll just summarize it. So actually, we are so lucky that we live on the equator. So that means we have 2 rainy seasons. So that means we just need to have storage.
Hello, Kuria.
Yeah.
This space was about the way forward. Hii mambo ya agriculture nini tulenge. Let me bring someone in at least. Thank you. Babs, you can speak. Let's focus on this topic. Tusianze mambo ya machungwa, samaki, Homa Bay and wherever.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Cyprian, for hosting this space. Mimi sina machungwa na sina samaki. But what I have is to just give us a reason why to be mad and be madder more and go out tomorrow. So you can imagine when we were kids, anytime you'll win over your opponents, you'll show them faces. You'll make faces against them. And when I look at what Ruto did to us, he didn't win, but he did something to us. Wherever you are, imagine yourself. We are the people. We are Kenyans standing on one side, and Ruto is on the other side, and he's walking toward us. That was when he now did away with the CS. As he's walking towards us, we are there. We are waiting for him. We are eager to see the best of him. We are eager to see or to get more results from him. But then he stops midway. Our William turns around, he drops his pants, pats his legs, and then bends over and gives us a middle finger. That is what Ruto did when he brought back the people that we were against. And that is reason enough for us to go out tomorrow, because Ruto asked us, what are you going to do? There, he totally showed us in his anus and gave us the middle finger, asked us what we are going to do. So tomorrow we are going out to tell him or to show him what we are doing. So see you guys tomorrow as we go get our planes to wherever place we are going. Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping time. Ton Jen, speak for like a minute.
Oh, thanks so much, Vera and Nyakundi, for this forum. You guys are doing an excellent job there. Mine is just to echo what most of the speakers have been saying. I think these guys are starting to learn our movement. Like the moment we went back, on the first day, the moment we went back home, that's when we screwed up. It needs to be a non-stop movement. Just the way the Mau did it. If we go to the forest or we go to the street, let's stay out there forever until this guy, gets out of that place. The next thing, the other thing is we need to mobilize grassroots as well. When these guys come there at the constituency level to give this $100 ceilings, whatever they are giving there, the youth needs to be out there. We need to kick them out. They need to see that we are angry, because I think we're not angry enough. That's why we are going in and out, in and out, in and out. And they have learned what we are doing. And I hope tomorrow is going to be a different ball game. We need to stay out there, mobilize, inject. This guy has to leave. There's no other option. Mine is just that. And thank you so much, guys, for what you are doing.
Thank you so much, Tonjen. Suguta, you can speak.
Hello, guys. It's nice to be with you here together. Scooter Dixon from Turkana. Mine is just to encourage all of us to remain strong, to remain united, and push forward until our objectives are met. There is a public consensus across all the country that today's governance is not pro-people. It is there for elite settlements. So we are left on our own, and I'm personally from Turkana, and I'm encouraged by what my colleagues are doing elsewhere. And I wish that as of tomorrow, we turn up in good numbers. We communicate to the whole world and to the leadership of today that Our stand is about good governance, and it can only come if there is a radical surgery in entire political architecture. So I wish that all of us will support this movement together. I wish also to pass my condolences to our comrades who might have been killed or wamepatikana na mambo mabaya kwa hii maandamano. Otherwise, guys, just remain strong. Team's bravery is emboldening all of us because this generation is tribeless, and this movement will guarantee a future that is desirable to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Siguta. Cosmas, you can speak. If Cosmas is not ready, Mercy, you can speak. If Mercy can't hear me well, Darius, go ahead. Darius, you can go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, proceed.
Hi, Milton. Yes, am I audible enough?
Kindly, nikisha kupea mic, kama uko audible nitakwambia. Wewe ukipewa mic ongea tu, tunakusikia bro.
Yes, I wanted to take this opportunity to appreciate Cyprian for hosting us tonight. My submission starts. I wanted to talk to everyone and implore everyone that as we are planning to occupy JKIA, we should do it peacefully, we should do it unarmed. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have seen threats from the government. And therefore, for us to continue being protected under the Constitution, I would request everyone that we continue maintaining peace. Let us not be armed so that the Constitution and the whole world will be on our side. And
Thank you so much. We can't hear you well. Ben Koikai, you can talk. Ben Koikai, you can talk.
Okay, thank you. From Narok. I just wanted to encourage everyone and encouraging everyone to come out. Let us come out in large numbers. We will kick these guys out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Short and clear. Governor, you can talk. Joe, you can talk. The mic is yours. Sandra, speak. KD Lethal, you can speak. Ruto is a liar.
Yes, indeed, he is. Thank you so much for this time. I'll try to be as brief as I can. And one thing we are failing on is, I believe all of us have Safaricom lines, which is very wrong. I think we need to migrate as soon as now. I had on a space yesterday that he's trying to buy into Safaricom as well. And this is the one thing I think we have as a weapon boycott most of these businesses that are so vastly invested in by the government. We love drinking, but did we know that most of the bars in Nairobi and maybe say Kenya as a whole are owned by these members of parliament? So basically, we just drink our own poison. We need to be elite and woke enough to know where we actually get whatever they're into. Fear is planted. It's the only reason why police shoot. Please, when you go to the streets, don't run away from the police. There's a lady who said something very commendable. If you see these abductees, we can actually stop them. Just embrace your brother and sister. I've been, even if you check online, you'll realize that in these first world countries, when someone is arrested, they all of them hold it's called the chain, the human chain. So this person, you say if you have to arrest this person, you have to arrest all of us. So imagine 5,000 in on the road or in Jkia, and one person is being tried to be arrested. You just say all of us are going. We just become one. It's the best way to win. And then the plainclothes abductees. I don't call them policemen because they're not policemen. You're not a police if you don't identify yourself. They have no right to lay their hands on any of you. Just embrace your brother or your sister. We will win if we actually stand together. Our strength is in the numbers.
Thank you.
Then just
Thank you. Thank you, KD. Let Hussein talk. Hussein, you can proceed. Okay, Justice, stop. You can talk. Justice Mike, talk.
Thanks, Milton, for the opportunity. So I'll be brief with 2 points. Number one is actually 3 points. Number one is we have made the resolve that there is nothing else, no negotiations. This guy must go. This criminal, this murderer must go. Tomorrow we are occupying Jkia, and one thing, let us maintain the element of surprise. The police have been used to us arriving at protest at 11 o'clock. Guys, if we are serious, we should not be arriving at JKIA at 11. This is an airport. You have to go early. Otherwise, the flights zitawaacha. So 7 a.m., we should be there in JKIA and we should be occupying it. The second point, once we occupy JKIA, we are not leaving. We are not leaving until this guy leaves office. He should be the first person to leave after occupying JKIA. So we should not be leaving JKIA, we should be staying there. And even if we need reinforcement, let us bring reinforcement. We can send vehicles to all counties in Kenya. We can send vehicles to as far as Migori, Kisumu. Bring youths to reinforce the occupation of JKIA. If we need funds to bring buses to transport youths from all the counties in Kenya, then we can do that. We can make channels where people can contribute, and everyone is for this cause, and we cannot fail to find a way to manage this. So if we need reinforcement until finally this guy goes, let us bring in people. Let us come in from all corners of the country and keep occupying until this guy goes. Number 3 is let us be strong. Let us not cower. It will not be an easy fight, but we are at the tail. We have eaten like the entire cow. We are just in the final finish. We are dealing with the tail now. Let us press until we achieve our goal. Thank you so much, Milton.
Thank you so much, Justice. Githaiga, you can talk.
Thank you, everyone, and especially Nyakundi for giving everyone opportunity to speak. We've been trying for as long as 18th June, but nonetheless, my contribution will be 3 points. And point number 1 is how to we need to acknowledge that it's a long game, and the short-term gains are making people to be so filled with euphoria, which sometimes is giving us a false sense of confidence. So the long game here is, please, the way forward, galvanize as much people as we can, because what we've been seeing with the medics, what we've been seeing with lawyers, we'd also like to see people influencing and recruiting other people on board, people who are in the security sector. Let us know what the police officers are thinking and feeling about. Let us recruit them. Let us have these pieces of information flowing anonymously into your inboxes, and then we can be able to plan. For example, if you see someone like Chris Sambu, who is mostly on the security and intelligence things, he gives us hints on what is happening, and that is very useful for the movement. I think he's posted that as early as 5 a.m., they are going to be erecting roadblocks for that. Now, information is so powerful, and that's why you've seen government is spilling lots of money to bring a lot of disinformation, to divide people and divide the timeline into so many factions that are warring. So we need to put that aside and consider that we are working with a very conniving human being here. The other thing that I would like to just say that please support whatever Apollo Kimani is doing with the things about minerals. I tried to reach you, Cyprian. I am from Laikipia, and there are so many things that given the opportunity and in another forum that we need to talk about. There are things that people who've been castigated for quite some time trying to bring this to attention, like Dr. Mordecai Ogada, Dr. Wantia Joya. I hope there will be some time to have this in depth, because 2 minutes alone is not enough to really just shock you people. We have radioactive minerals in Kenya, the most valuable things. And yeah, so thank you so much. And I would like to say thank you for everyone who's been giving opportunity to everyone. Every single bit of knowledge, every single nugget does make a difference. It's a collective work that is going to make this a success. The people who are going to JKA tomorrow, please remember that by provoking you, it's where they get an excuse to use force. It's where they get an excuse to abuse their power. So we don't give them a chance. If you can be able to make it a sit down, if you can be able to just hold your hands together, we have seen an image that is iconic in the world, the Turkmenistan Square, that one Chinese guy who stood in front of a tank, unarmed, unharmed, and that is how that's the power of imagery. So if you can just hold hands or even do a sit down, I mean, it would look so pathetic in front of international media that you're just shooting people for sitting down, like you're just shooting people for marching when holding hands. So let us do a psychological warfare. It's not just ideological warfare. We can also do psychological warfare, because you're dealing with the darkest of the psychological traits that you can ever see, a shapeshifter. Thank you so much, Cyprian. Thank you so much, Milton. Bye.
Thank you, Githaiga. Let's move to Brother Boniface. You can talk. Yeah, he can't hear me. Brother James, you can talk. James, the RN, you can talk. The mic is yours.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks very much for this opportunity that I've been given. I'm so happy to see that our spirit is still on and it's still high. Let me give one thing that I came to realize as I do my research for Ruto. Ruto has been lied at and he has been told that he has been told to believe that he is a tough man, he's a tough guy who can stand and coerce other people. That's a lie that he has been told. You should understand that in this Kenya, there are so men who are even more tougher than him. Ruto is just a weak person. If you see an older man like Mr. Ruto crying in a camera, that shows that that's a weak man. And only weak people who are coward who uses coercion to coerce their opponents. A man who is brave is that person who faces the opponents head on. So guys, let me tell you one thing. Ruto already has been weakened. He knows this thing is real. He gets report from NIS and he knows this thing is real. And he knows there's no way out because we gave him an opportunity, which he did not utilize to the maximum. So tomorrow, guys, we have an opportunity where we are going to collect our country back, because already Ruto has sold our country to the whites due to his own greed. And after that, I would like when we collect this country, we take our country back, we should go back to each and every institution and make sure that we clean up everything and build a country whereby you are proud to leaving our children into. I want a country whereby when I work, I have money to go and naenda kusherekea elsewhere. How can you tell me a graduate unanitafutia kazi Saudi Arabia na Germany? I still have a country here where you are looting left, right, and center. Kenya has a lot of money, whereby if our money is going to be managed well, we are going to live even better than London. London they rely on Africans. Where money is, where the real money is, we are the gem. So guys, tomorrow tufike mapema, tunaoccupy mpaka atoke. Cheers guys.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing before I go back to men. Judy, is it Judy Morioki? You can talk. Judy, are you able to hear me? Mercy, can you talk? Judy can't hear me before I move to a man. I wanted to do some little gender balancing. If they can't hear me, Osama, can you talk?
Hey guys, mi niko hapa kwa hii space kuchocha na kuinsight. Ulinisha declare the chief insider. Mi nawambia kesho kama hata wezi show up, make sure tu hata Kenya, nimeona Kenya Airways wame issue statement. Taka kwa hivyo kabla anywhere in the world Kenya Airways issue statement about the what I feel. Saa nataka the goal ilikuwa ama jamaa kukwena hadi story ya travel. Nataka watu wanakuja into the country wanaogopa, na anybody going out of the country bado wanaogopa. Kenya Airways inajaribu kusafisha rada, sijui kama na statement yao inasema hey guys, jini na nini, tutakuwa hapa Mombasa road, jini na nini. Nataka kwa hivyo mkienda hiyo page ya Kenya Airways nasema we shall be there. Kwa vile we know these international guys wanakuwa very sensitive na wanaogopa story mob. Saa nini hata hiyo page ya Kenya Airways muwapatie baridi hapa kuspread fear. Sasa wacha hizi ma government entities na parastatals zianze kuogopa hivyo. Nataka tutumie the most non-violent means. These are psychological warfare. Mali imefika sasa, hizi tumefika mwisho. Alafu pia niwaambie kitu moja, mkiwa Jkia mwezi chapa risasi. Hii ni ukweli, hii ni fact. Ukingekuwa ndani ya Jkia kesho huwezi chapa tear gas, haizi happen cause najua mbele wageni vile gava inajaribu kuchapanga ni gumu sana gava ichapewa seti ya gas mbele wageni. Najua wageni ni brackets international people wanakuja in the country. Sawa, watafeel hey, Kenya Jkia is a very hostile place, so endelee kupush hivyo. Naona inaenda kuwork kwa leo, maza kufeel pia expressway watamake, niko sure before kesho around kama 3 am Jkia bado watamake statement na expressway kole mtaanzia pia hapo expressway. Pia nataka nilikuwa na suggest pia tuingie expressway alafu
Thank you so much, Osama. You've gone mute. Let me...
expressway tumesimama hapo, hakuna kitu watafanya. Si ati mapolisi watachapa seti ya gas, wataturusha huko chini, hawezi. Jkia mkiingia tu nikawa naenda kuona msee, yaani ingia useme unaenda kureceive mgeni huko, kwa vile obvious mapolisi wana behave vingi, watasema unaenda wapi? Na mimi naenda kuchukua mgeni wangu kutoka New York from London. I'm going to receive a friend, my girlfriend from London, from New York, from Minnesota, blah blah blah. Hivyo hizi wasumbua
Thank you,
sana.
Osama. I want to give
Utakuwa
other
na
people
proof.
a chance.
Wengine kama kuna passport.
I have to give other people also a chance at least. Watu waongee. Amicus, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Violent means. Now that's how we'll win against these guys. The most non-violent way to win against this.
Amicus, you can go ahead.
Good evening, fellow criminals. Mine is just to appreciate the energy and also to encourage you guys to continue with the spirit. I have never been more energized than I am today. The spirit is so huge. the morale is high, and also I'm wondering where these people get all this energy to strike. Where we are clocking 1 month in, na watu wako na energy ni kama ndio tunaanza saa hizi. Guys, that is commendable. That is really well. That is really good, because our president has proven not once, not twice that hawezi kutusikiza, hawezi kutusikiza kabisa. Tunamwambia vitu, tunamwambia zinaingia kwa sikio moja, zinatoka kwa ile sikio ingine. Let me tell you guys that we are dealing with a very desperate government, very desperate regime. Those guys will do anything. They have tried intimidation through abductions. It has not worked. They have tried dividing us amongst political, tribal, ethnic, religion lines. It has not worked. This is the time we are most united than ever. So kesho guys, tutokee mapema. Mapema ndio best. Vinye one of the speakers wamesema hapo mbele, mapema ndio best kabisa. Tutokee mapema, tukimbiza, kama ni kukimbizana na mapolisi, tukimbizane mapema kabisa, because what I know, people's power is always stronger, and it is always greater. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from other speakers. I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the energy. Let's soldier on, to give up.
Thank you, Amicus. Let's talk to Sarai. Sarai, you can talk. Since you can't hear me, KOT, the floor is yours.
Yo, thank you so much maze. Mi personally niko hapa, nimekuja hapa kwanza, nilikuwa nimeona Moses Kuria akiwa hapa. That was the main agenda nilikuja hapa, but nimeona ni kama amedrop. Anyway, kama bado Moses Kuria ako hapa, acha nimwambie kwamba Moses Kuria, your child mwenye anasoma LA California is my good friend na sidhani kama wewe as a parent utataka your future, I mean mtoto wako akuwe na a very pathetic future, kwa sababu this government whatever is doing inafanya sisi kama young people for the next 10 to 15 years tutakuwa tunasuffer sana. So unless Moses Kuria you want good for your child, ukuja hapa juu pia utuambie Ruto must go, because he's the head of this government na yeye ndio anafanya sisi tunahangaika tukiteseka hivi. Sasa hizi ni saa 6 almost, hatujalala, because we are trying to see how we are going to occupy Jkia so that kesho the president resigns as the president. At least ameserve almost half a term, yeah? Half term sio mbaya. So guys, kesho Jkia tutokee, na personally I feel like tukitumia main gate ya Jkia hatuta access. Hapo mbele wanaweza funga. So tuunde gates anywhere as long as tume occupy hizo ma runways, tusimame hapo na tutulie. Tukisha occupy isikwe kama parliament, tukishafika hapo ndani usiku ikifika tutulie tu hapo hadi kesho yake, until tupate hiyo tupate resignation letter, tuambiwe kwamba this person has been resigned. Alafu wale mnadhani ati Ruto akiresign Gachagua atachukua. What you are saying is that Ruto must go. Sio Ruto peke yake, it means his entire government. So guys, kesho tutokee, na hiyo mapema ni saa 1 7 am tukue tushatoka, wase wa Kasarani, Roysambu, tuone venye tutakutana tao, alafu tusonge hivyo. Otherwise, thank you so much. Na hii space at least iende kitu saa 6 ndio tudoze kiasi tuamke mapema.
Yeah, exactly. I've been trying to give everyone a chance at least. Isikuwe kama hizo spaces zingine zenye inakuwa tu watu wa blue ticks ndio wanapewa chance. Give this chance to Wakili. Wakili, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Cyprian, and all the patriots who are here this evening. I just wanted to say a few words and say that I think we have been living in a very dangerous space of life, where the government for a long time has created a tendency of non-compliance with order, non-compliance with court directives, non-compliance with the rule of law, non-compliance with the constitution. And that is why you find when people demand for the respect of these particular documents or these particular laws,